Merry meet and welcome to the daily reading for all signs for today, the 17th of January, 2025. This is Ariel and today I am streaming with this beautiful Golden Tarot de Marseille. Let's purify with this lovely verbena by Monotheme. You can find links to purchase each of these products right here in the video description of this video. We are streaming live right here on YouTube, and moderating today are the lovely moderators Shirley and the lovely Jennifer. Thank you so much. Did I say that right? The lovely Shirley and the lovely Jennifer. Yes. Thank you so much, moderators, and thank you so much to everybody for joining us today. I hope you're having a great day. Please make sure you remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. And also, you might want to take a look at our shop over at arielscornershop.com. arielscornershop.com. We have some nice merchandise over there, and we will be expanding into a more fully stocked shop at some point. But for the time being, I hope you enjoy what we have. This reading goes out to a lot of people, so if for some reason it doesn't seem like it's applying to you personally, don't worry about it. It's probably just not meant for you. And in that case, you may want to check out instead the zodiacal readings for your sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign. And you can find the most recent of all the tarot streams right on our website, arielscorner.com. arielscorner.com, just click on the free online tarot readings link in the main menu. And there's also some playlists right here on YouTube, whichever's easiest for you. I don't read with card reversals, so I flip cards right side up. All is well, I promise. If you'd like to donate to this channel, you can do that by going to paypal.me/arielgatoga, paypal.me/arielgatoga, or if you're here, just want to do it here online on YouTube, you could use a super sticker or super chat if you're live in the chat thread, or if you're on a restream, you could use a super thanks. We do appreciate your support, and we appreciate you for being here. So let's see what's in the cards for everybody today. Gotta move my microphone up. It keeps sinking down. Let's just take a look now. We've got the Two of Wands, followed by the Hanged Man, and then the Eight of Wands. Okay. For some of you are having this impatience that you want things to move faster. A lot of you are feeling like you have no freedom of movement. You feel almost victimized. And I want you to know that all of this is ending very soon. This is on its way out. The where you're headed is the right direction. Sometimes you have to go through what you have to go through. You know, the only way out of something is through it. So what you're going through, whatever it happens to be, is very short-lived. And it wouldn't surprise me if you don't see everything breaking free even as early as this morning or this afternoon. Depending, you know, again, I'm not a predictive type of tarot reader, but just based on the trajectory that I see, this Eight of Wands, things come to an end very quickly. And it's almost, and a lot of times they come to an end in a way that just is like it's like a nothing. All of this big, you know, problems or abuse or whatever, this victimization that you're experiencing, this impatience with your work, impatience with your job, it just seems so intense. And then when the Eight of Wands gets a hold of it, it just peters out. It's not usually a very dramatic ending. It's just sort of a disillusion of it, and that's a wonderful thing. Okay, we've got this. Oh, it's so wandy. Look at this. 3 wands so far. You've got a Knight of Wands, and then the Tower card. Oh, more stuff dissolving. Good. And then beautiful, this Eight of Cups. So you're right on track. You're right where you're supposed to be. And it's important that you say no to things today. You may feel like you're not in a position to say no. You may feel like you are compelled to just go along with what's happening, but you're not. And it's important that you say no. You don't want to be in the tower when it falls. You want to be with a nice big bowl of popcorn watching the show. And the way that you can make sure you're not in the tower is by not just going along with the status quo, not putting up with it, not just hanging out there. And a lot of times what happens with this Hanged Man card is that it feels like, well, I have no choice. What are you talking about? I can't do anything. I'm completely without power. And when the angels get a hold of this card, or any higher power gets a hold of this card, it says, no, you're not. You are seeing things upside down, and you want to see things right side up. And when you just flip the perspective, you realize, I'm not hanging. I just have to put my foot down. And then I can break free from these bonds just by opening my hands. I'm not as bound as I thought I was. In fact, I'm not bound at all. But I must assert myself. So today's a day to say no when you mean no, and yes when you mean yes. And use that power. Use the power of the word to state what it is that you want. Yes, no, what do I want, what don't I want? And also use the power of this Tower card that's happening right now, because it's a precursor to all of that disillusion, not disillusionment, that dissolving of all of the illusions, all of the problems that you think that you're having. And what you want to do is just use the power of your word to really move forward with that. All things that are worn out are now destroyed in my life. Worn out people, not worn out, the people aren't being destroyed, but worn out relationships, worn out things, worn out ideas, worn out conditions. Whatever's no longer serving me is now being annihilated. It's now being destroyed. Yay. Yay, destruction. Yay, lightning bolt. Yay, tower falling. Because you don't want this tower in your life. This tower is old and icky. And that's a really good word for it. It's icky. It's everything that you've been putting up with that is just not good enough for you. And you're not putting up with it anymore. But you have to put your foot down. You have to say, no, I don't want this anymore. Yes, I accept the dissolving of these things. Now, the other thing you have to do is say no to yourself when you are trying to push things faster than they need to be going, especially in your work. Let people do their job. Let people help you in the way that they're supposed to help you, but you don't need to rush anything. Notice if you're feeling rushed or if you're rushing other people. No, we've got a deadline. Hurry up. Go. That's not the attitude right now that you want. The attitude that you want is everything's getting done at the perfect time, in the perfect way, and the universe is clearing all the space for me to be successful. And I'm listening. That's what this Eight of Cups is. I'm listening to the still small voice within me so that I'm guided and directed. I'm no longer looking at how nothing's working for me. I'm no longer looking at how people aren't fast enough or things aren't happening fast enough. I'm not telling people how they should be around me as much anymore. Instead, I'm accepting the help as it's offered. And as you do that, what you're doing is you're fine-tuning your desires. You're fine-tuning what you really want, not what your annoyances and your impatience and your dissatisfactions are telling you, but what you do want. And anything that doesn't look like what you want is in that tower ready to be destroyed. But you have to do it. You have to be the one to take a stand. And part of the way you take a stand is saying no to the things you don't want. The other way you take a stand is by defining what you want. By defining what you do want, so that you are very clear that the things that don't look like this, I'm not going to put up with. The things that don't look like whatever you ultimately want. And think about the essences of what you want, not necessarily the form. I want peace. I want prosperity. I want relaxation. I want joy. I want resolution. Whatever it is that you want. And allow yourself to kind of wear those ideas about, whatever it is that you want. Put it on like a suit of clothes and see how it feels. And instead of hanging out with what you don't want, allow yourself to say, I'm going to look at things right side up. I'm sick of looking at the world upside down. I'm going to put myself down, put my foot down, take a stand, say no when I mean no, say yes when I mean yes. And and really facilitate the dissolving of the things that stand in your way. And do it without a sense of blame. That's the other thing that's going to really make it work fast and quickly. This Eight of Wands that likes to really quickly dissolve things. It happens when you stop blaming it or making it bad or wrong. If you went into, well, I mean, you might, but it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. It doesn't help if you're, like scrubbing your floor and there's something like really, somebody spilled something and you really have to scrub it. You just scrub it and then you mop it clean and it's all beautiful again. You don't sit and blame the person who spilled it. You don't blame the stain. You don't get all upset about it. That doesn't make it clean any faster. All it does is get you in a tizzy and make you, kind of wreck your day. And when you do those kinds of things, those then are catalysts to create new problems for yourself, because everything ultimately boils down to thought. So if you have very intensive thought forms, those things tend to try to manifest. They don't always manifest, but they try to. And all thought creates form on some level or another. So be aware of that. You don't have to make everything wrong that you're saying no to. You don't have to be it doesn't have to be a big, epic, war in your mind. It's just, no, I don't, it's more of a preference. No, I don't want that. I don't want cilantro. I know you like it, but I don't like it, so I don't want it. And everything is like that. I don't want this. I want this. I don't want that. I want this. Right? And then this Eight of Cups is helping guide you. Are you sure that's what you want? And you're listening to that inner guidance so that you're becoming very clear about what you want. And then that also helps you to keep looking at things right side up, because then you're not going through your day blaming everything, being, all upset about how bad things are. You're just saying, I don't want that. I want this instead. And then your mind starts to work to make that happen. And the first step to make those things happen is to dissolve the things that aren't good for you. Right? So just changing the attitude into instead of saying, I'm so victimized by the circumstances of my world, you're saying, no, I'm going to see this differently. I want to look at things right side up. I'm going to take a stand, and I'm going to be very clear about what I want, what I don't want. I'm not going to make everything bad and wrong. I'm going to be happy that I'm getting what I want. Then I'm going to sit back and watch all of the things tumble and fall that no longer serve me. And then we can sweep up the rubble and get busy instead of being all impatient. Letting everybody that's there to help you. Oh, this is, I'm sorry, this isn't wands, this is coins, but it's still a helper, this page of coins. Everybody that's there to help you in the physical world is there to help you. So say thank you, let them help you, and make sure that you are working on what you have control over. And that's your perspective, that's your attitude. You're going to do great. It's going to be wonderful. Let things just dissolve today. It's going to be fast. It's going to be easy. It's going to be quick, but it starts with you, and it's going to be wonderful. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I appreciate you very, very much. And thank you so much to the amazing moderators. Today we had the very lovely Shirley and the very lovely Jennifer. Thank you so much, moderators, and we'll see you for another daily reading, everybody, tomorrow. Until then, blessed be.